sunrise, new day's dawning, and it's calling you and me, where the mighty Mississippi flows by Memphis, Tennessee. We've got woodlands, fields, and water. Hey, there is no better way. You can find out all about it on Outdoors with Larry Ray. Make some time, take the family, ask a friend, but don't delay. Listen up and learn about it on Outdoors with Larry Ray. Listen up and learn about it on Outdoors with Larry Ray.
Good Saturday morning and welcome to another edition of the award-winning Outdoors with Larry Ray. Brought to you proudly by Tennessee Wildlife Resource Agency, Barton Power Sports, Sportsman's Warehouse, and Best Care Home Services. Now, here's your host, Larry Ray.
Hey, welcome to Outdoors with Larry Ray. We talk outdoors every Saturday morning, rolling into our 18th year, and this is hard to believe, but it is the first Saturday of the month, and it is December the 1st. Where has all the time gone? I tell you
It's
what.
flu.
It's
the
that?
Daryl and Daryl show.
That's
Yeah.
right. It's the Daryl and Daryl show. They are both in studio with
Yep.
this morning. One with the FM voice, and that is Dave Gabbard.
Hey, Dave.
Hi there.
That's Dave Gabbard. Then the other one, of course, is Gene Smith,
Good morning.
and there's Gene. So you'll be able to tell the difference in the.
Kinda.
Yeah,
Yeah.
kind of. That was Dave again. No, okay. But we're going to talk ducks this morning, waterfowl. The whole show, nothing but the show. And,
No goose?
I throw a little goose in there, yeah.
Okay.
Well, waterfowl,
Big
I said.
goose. Yeah, waterfowl.
Okay.
Snipe?
Yeah, no, snipe. Yeah, we can talk about that if you want to. A woodcock.
Sandhill crane?
No, not any of those. But
Never mind.
everybody knows that the Arkansas season and the Tennessee season opened recently on the same weekend, and we're going to talk a lot about that. We're going to talk about the what's going on in Mississippi, and we might even give you a little shot about Missouri because I got some friends that have been up there. But all ducks. And
We might throw a deer in there.
I couldn't throw ducks into the show without asking our good man that allows me to traipse along with him sometimes to East Arkansas, and that's our good friend Frank Barton. Good morning, Frank.
Good morning, Larry. Good morning, everybody.
Okay, now we you kind of gave me as I was traveling to the beach on opening day, which was very unusual for that to happen. But what went on in Lansing Bottom, and you were kind of giving me an update, and I've read some things on Arkansas season, that opening weekend. So tell us what happened in Lansing Bottom.
We had the opening weekend was very, very good for us out there. We've had as many ducks that were there that I've ever seen this time of the year. It's as many as I've ever seen. Not as many mallards in that group, but as far as ducks, teal, gadwalls, of course, shovelers, but widgeons and things like that. We had a lot. We had limit hunts on both Saturday and Sunday. We had 4 people hunting on Saturday and had 5 people hunting on Sunday, and so that was really good. And the other people in the area did equally well. Sort of slowed down as the week went on, as it normally happens during the early season. Every place that's got water has waterfowl hunters, and lots of pressure moves the birds and scatters them around. So that took place during the week, but we still had several good hunts during the week.
And you
I talked to had an opportunity of talking with some other people
Uh-huh.
at some other of the clubs around the Fair Oaks, other side of Wynn.
Yeah.
And they had appeared as they had more mallards. I even know the second weekend, my son was fortunate enough to go to a really, really nice place, and they had I think there was the picture that I saw was 54 mallards. There were 15 people hunting, all in the same hole.
Oh.
It all happened one morning, so that's a pretty strong hunt.
Wow,
right
that's
there.
great.
Yeah, that's and we're talking to Frank Barton, our friend from Barton Power Sports, and co-host of the show every third Saturday of the month. And Dave has been listening to this. Arkansas. Now let's go to Tennessee, Dave. And,
Tennessee, we were a lot like Frank over in Arkansas. The mallards, gadwalls, widgeons, seen a lot of shovelers, a lot of teal working back and forth. But it surprised me that on Saturday morning, as mild as it was, last Saturday, a lot of ducks in the air. Seen ducks all morning while it was kind of overcast, and trading up and down. Of course, our blinded halls over, off the Fork at Deer River over there, and ducks trading back and forth, and high ducks, low ducks.
But you had ducks.
We had ducks.
And Frank was talking about the hunt that he was having there. And Frank, you'd mentioned earlier when we talked that there was some ingredients to bring us ducks, right?
Well, in Lansing, in our area, and it's that way throughout eastern Arkansas.
Mm-hmm.
The harvest had been delayed. All those October rains that we've had delayed harvest, and so there was an awful lot of soybeans left out in the field, and in some places rice as well. And so you had all the ingredients that you needed. You had water and you had food. And
that's good.
This time of the year, those will get you ducks.
And that's what all of us need, I mean, survive on water and food when it comes down to it. And so I know the season, as it breaks off here, as we get ready to crank back up again this coming weekend. What are you seeing now since we've shut down for a while?
The ducks. The populations have built, concentrations have built back up, not to the levels where they were at the beginning of the season. I'd say it's probably 50% of that from what in my area that I've been. But that's certainly better than what it was last weekend. Yeah. Because they'd gotten scattered out. So I'm looking, for the folks next weekend that we'll be doing. I think we'll be doing pretty well.
And Dave,
they've had time to rest.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask Dave there, because it kicks off here the same with us, and ours goes right on through to the end of January. And Dave, you guys, I know there's just a break in here, but you hunt halls in what we call the Taj Mahal, and we'll talk to Jeff.
Be headed there after the show.
Yeah, we're going to talk to Dave. We'll talk to Jeff Martin a little bit later, and because it's kicking off this weekend. So I know that things are a little bit different, but you've had about a week in between.
Right.
So, and we'll talk to Jeff a little bit later, but the reports you've got, I've heard that there's still birds in the area.
There's still birds in the area, and like,
And you'll be heading up there right off the show, I know that.
And one of the things that we normally don't see this early is, like Frank was talking about, a lot of water. Several weeks ago when them rains, the river got out up there. And
we had some water last night.
I know.
So we got that fronts coming through,
but
it's
going
to be 70
a lot of happy
degrees.
guys in their pocketbook because they didn't have to pump. We didn't have to pump.
Well, you won't have to pump again. I mean, you're 70 degrees today is predicted high for all those marathon runners downtown this morning. I know that's not the kind of weather you want to run the Memphis St. Jude Marathon, but for the duck hunters, it's just part of the game.
It's just part, It's one of those things that one day it's 70 and then the other day it's, you got penguins walking up and down in front of the place.
and Frank knows that too. And Frank, I know that you guys in your place there hunting in the flooded area, so to speak. Did you pump water much this year?
No, didn't pump anything.
Hear
we
that?
Had water. We were fortunate enough that we didn't have to do it, and we had water. We had enough water that I didn't go, but one of my friends went teal hunting out there, and we've kept water in our place the entire time. So
wow.
We've been fortunate.
Well, Frank, thank you, buddy, for taking time with us on this Saturday morning. Good luck next weekend, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks, okay?
Sounds good, Larry. Y'all take care.
All right, thank you. Frank Barton.
Yeah. And all your listeners out there, too, maybe that's on the Tennessee side, it may be getting a little late start duck hunting. Well, next week, if you don't want to duck hunt, you can trout fish.
You can trout fish.
Yeah,
we're going to talk about that a
yeah.
little bit later.
Yeah,
it's that time.
But this crazy weather with, I was pretty cold early in the week. I deer hunted, and it was like 32 degrees. And today in the 70s, means everybody's going to be visiting the doctor on Monday, trying to get one of those cocktail shots and everything. Let's take our first break of the morning. Gene Smith and his other brother, Dave Gabbard, is here. Shelby McCall is our producer. We're going to try to hook up with Steve McAdams. He gets the cell service sometimes won't work up there at Kentucky Lake.
He's out on the water.
Yeah, he's on the water. So let's talk. We'll come right back on Outdoors with Larry Ray.